Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This is going to be one of those attention young men videos. I'm going to be breaking down a video that Kevin Gates just recently put out, and this is a short notice video, live or whatever. So I'm going to be short and sweet. I'm going to get to my points of this live, and I'm going to be on. I'm going to be on about my business, okay, family? So what I'm going to do is while you guys are coming in, I'm going to go ahead and hit play on this video and let you guys come in as y'all get here. Okay. Comment as you guys come in. Okay. So I can see who's here before I get started. First, I'm going to play this video where I'm reviewing this content. And then we're going to break it down. Let's go. I don't know how y'all feel about Kevin Gates, but I got to deal with this video he just recently put out because I find it very problematic. Actually, there's a lot of little videos that's been out about him recently circling through social media that I find problematic. Peace to you, Chatty. Welcome in, love. Actually, I would love for you to come up here and have this video with me if you'd like. I'm going to drop the link if you're available. I don't know if you've seen this video, but this will be dope to hear your thoughts on this. I'm going to go ahead and play, and then I'll drop the link for you if you can come up. I haven't mentioned him. Not my business, right? That's his life. But this one, he's finding himself giving advice to people, right? Putting his thoughts out there. And I think it's very problematic what he's saying, because a lot of young men, they probably look up to this dude and they probably think what he's saying is some real shit, but it's not. It's rooted in being overly sexualized, being overly insecure, okay? Not knowing who you are as a man. You understand? That's what this is rooted in. Let's deal with it.
This how the conversation came up. We were just looking at like couples and people in the league, and we was talking about how LeBron do the little handshake with Savannah. And then I was like, maybe I noticed shit that people don't notice. But I'm like, they was like talking about, what if you had LeBron money? I'm like, man, he one of the greatest players to ever play the game. But I wouldn't want to trade places with him. And they was like, why not? Why you wouldn't want to play? I say, because I don't like the way Savannah look at LeBron. I like the way them white women look at LeBron. Like when, as soon as he walk out there, they just be like, oh. They be dicked out. But it's like I noticed when he go do the handshake with the main player on his team, which is that, it's like, you act like I'm bothering you, bitch. Like, I'm the...
Now, let me just say this. You guys know Kevin Gates. Y'all know this man is overly sexualized. It's literally all this dude talk about. That's all he talk about. Do you understand? And that's all he think about. So you can see why he sees something totally different here, right? And he's upset at the picture. He thinks it should look a little different, but he don't understand. That's coming through his own trauma. Yeah. See, what happens is these guys spend their life in hookup culture, strip club culture, music video culture, and they run these streets. They make a success of themselves with their music, right? And so they used to just letting their money talking, getting a bunch of women, and that's how they really value women for. They don't know what a family life is about. They don't know what an actual relationship, building a legacy, all this stuff look like, little nuance things that go inside of a relationship. They don't understand any of that. So they got these really romantical fantasy type ideas, just like young girls do about men. He got to be a millionaire. He got to be able to take him across the world. He got to be 7 feet tall, have a 12-inch penis, all this stuff, right? Here he goes. She got to be dick thought. So LeBron James, he's married to this one for several years. They got grown kids now, right? They're building a legacy together. They got a whole life together. She should be sitting there in the stands in public, looking at him the way strange women look at him. They fantasize over him. That's Kevin Gates' idea right here. And if she ain't doing that, LeBron should be upset. Like, he don't like how Savannah looks at LeBron. Another man's wife looks at him. He likes how these white girls look at LeBron. That sounds fruity, though. I swear to God, it sounds crazy to me. It just sounds crazy to me. How you like how they look at him? Even if you put yourself in his shoes, it goes to show exactly why these young men get caught up in the bullshit they get caught up in. Okay, recently, like I said, he's been going through social media, right? Now, Guys, it is choppy. And I'm so damn frustrated. I can't do a fucking live. Damn! I don't know how to do this, y'all. It's always something. I like to be able to sit down and do a live with my people, build with them without some technical difficulties, and it's choppy. I don't know how to fix it. My internet's fine. I don't know. I do not know. Let me see here. What could be causing it? Give me some tips. Anybody can tell me what could be causing this? Peace to you, brother Enoch. Peace to you, Carl Lane. Welcome in, Leona. Welcome in, Queen's Corners. Check your audio. V Sway Z says, how do I do that? Because I had myself muted. How do I sound without that plan? Me talking to you guys like this, is that choppy? Or is it just the video content? Let me know. Without it playing on crystal clear. Ain't that something? Okay. That is crazy. Let me try to run this back again. Let me know, guys. You got Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner. He chose her over the chick he was dating. He's lying to this other chick, right? She just exposed him for it. She's exposing him for lying. He don't even deny lying. This man said, y'all just try to have fun. So you're not a man about your shit at all. You don't even say what it is and be upfront. You got all this bread, right? You so high value. Is it still choppy, guys? Let me try something else. Maybe I'll just try to play Kevin Gates' original video. Maybe that'll do something. Give me a minute. One second, guys. Let me see if I can't. All right, let's try this, family. Yeah, he ain't doing as good, K9 Mustafa. And that's really why I'm reviewing this video. I think this is a bad look for young men to be receiving. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I really want to deal with this, because this is coming from a really terrible place, man. No righteous place whatsoever. All right, let's get to it. Let me know if this is choppy.
And we was talking about how LeBron. This how the conversation came up. We were just looking at like couples and people in the league. And we was talking about how LeBron do the little handshake with Savannah.
Right.
And then I was like, maybe I notice shit that people don't notice. But I'm like, they was like talking about, what if you had LeBron money? I'm like, man, he one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Right.
But I wouldn't want to trade places with him. And they was like, why not? Why you wouldn't want to play? I say, because I don't like the way Savannah look at LeBron. I like the way them white women look at LeBron. Like when, as soon as he walk out there, they just be like, oh. They be dicked out. But it's like, I noticed when he.
Now, tell me this, guys. Is all of this so far not gossipy female type behavior? Right? Like, let's be real. Let's go back. Just look at this. Is this not gossipy female type behavior? Look at this. And as a man, you don't notice. This is what I'm saying. He's telling us about a conversation he was having and what he said. They sitting around talking about athletes, right? And this comes up. Watch this gossipy, feminine ass shit. And this, I'm telling you, y'all, watch this. And you need to know it when you see it, because y'all think these dudes are cool because they got a little bread. They talk a little slang. Y'all think they're actually cool. They not, though. They just as cornball as the next man. Watch this now.
This is how the conversation came up. We were just looking at like couples and people in the league. And we was talking about how LeBron do the little handshake with Savannah.
Right.
And then I was like, maybe I notice shit that people don't notice. But I'm like, they was like talking about, what if you had LeBron money? I'm like, man, he one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Right.
But I wouldn't want to trade places with him. And they was like, why not? Why you wouldn't want to play? I say, because I don't like the way Savannah look at LeBron.
Now listen, y'all. Listen at this now. I'm going to pause it right here. This man is declining the life of one of the most accomplished athletes in human history. Not because of pressure, not because of privacy, not because of purpose, but because his wife don't look at him like a stripper at a damn bachelor party. That's his problem with it. He wouldn't trade a life with him because his wife don't look at him like she wants to fuck him while he's playing basketball. My goodness, bro. And listen, y'all, if you've ever seen women that put themselves in that sexual market very early, stripping, selling their bodies, being flued out, all of this different shit, they start to become overly sexualized, okay? Associating themselves with just what their body can do. I'm the table, look at me. And associating men with only what they can do for them. How much money you got? If you ain't no, if you a broke nigga, you shouldn't even be around me. The same things happen. The same things happen with men who soak themselves into this hookup culture, bachelor hookup culture. I call it BET, video vixen culture. You see what I'm saying? A hip hop club culture. In their mind, yo, that's all life is about, is sex. So if you ain't trying to fuck them, not looking at them like you want to fuck them, what's the point, right? It's so damn dumb and childish. And this is why I'm saying he needs to grow up. He's putting this information out there like he really speaking facts. This man knows nothing about how a real relationship's supposed to go. That is not how they're supposed to look, y'all. And a lot of young men don't understand this. And so they look up to these guys, thinking that these guys got some type of insight. But their only insight is coming from being overly sexualized. That's it. They don't know nothing about working together, yo. So, and he walks around pretending to be some type of spiritual guy, which is wild to me, because you so low vibrational that all you thinking about is the way she look at the man, how compared to how other women look at him. It shows me you're broken, you're insecure. And what the scriptures say, y'all, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, I behaved like a child, I thought like a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, yo. He ain't put childish things away. He's still getting a dopamine desire from somebody looking at him. Okay, this ain't discipline or devotion. It's simply lust. And what he's saying is, if your girl don't look at you like that, What is something wrong with it? Your wife? Like, come on, let's continue.
I like the way them white women look at LeBron. Like when soon as he walk out there, they just be like, oh, they be dicked out. But it's like I noticed when he go do the handshake with the main player on his team, which is dead, it's like you act like I'm bothering you, bitch. Like I'm the greatest player in the world, one of them.
I'm the greatest player in the world. Listen, y'all, as I pull Chatty up here, I want you guys to listen to this. This is a prime example of what distorted masculinity looks like, what insecurity being rebranded as relationship advice looks like, okay? He's glamorizing lust over loyalty, novelty over nurturing, and pure validation over private value. We always say we want a woman in the bed, right? A woman in the sheets. I mean, a woman in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. Ain't that the saying, Chatty?
Absolutely.
So a woman in the streets, but a freak in the sheets, right? He want her to be a freak everywhere. Do you understand? So let's think about this now. Kevin Gates just chose to be with Brittany Renner, right? Brittany Renner. That's who he picked because we saw the video go viral of him being exposed by the other woman he was dealing with, that he was lying to her, telling her it was all about her. And then when she confronted him for it, I hate to keep saying it because I'm not talking about women, but he has very feminine tendencies. So forgive me if I keep saying this, is that he's responding like a woman would in this situation. See, a woman has a reason to lie to a man about who all she's entertaining. He could hurt her. A man has no reason to be fucking lying when you're grown. So you telling this woman, well, I'm only seeing you. She finds out you're dealing with Brittany Renner. She exposed you and you go, well, I was just trying to be happy. Like, you're going to make me mad. He don't want to confront the issue. He running from it. All these things are feminine, y'all. These are not masculine traits. I saw a video of a guy saying, that's how guys should handle problems. That's right. Don't give them no back and forth. No, don't lie to them. Don't deceive them. Don't make them believe that it's all about them. Meanwhile, you sitting here with a whole nother person. It's the lies, yo. That's not manly. And people don't understand what masculinity means. Like, you're supposed to be straight up about your shit. Women live in mystery. Women live in mystery, and this is a beautiful thing. This is why they don't walk around talking about their body counts. We call the way women move classy. You don't call a secretive man classy. Man up about your shit. Don't be lying. Now watch this. Who is Brittany Renner? You guys remember her from getting pregnant by PJ, trolling the internet about trapping him, right? Making fun of the shit. She broke up with him right after the baby, saying she didn't want a baby daddy. She just wanted a baby. This is who he chose. This same woman openly admitted in interviews, like the one on Fresh and Fit, that she used her beauty and sexuality to manipulate men to get what she wants. This is Brittany Renner saying this. She's also bragged about being with numerous men. She even claimed that she was with 3 men in less than 24 hours. She even said, she said rookie athletes, or she said athletes are the easiest to trap. That's what she said. No, she said college athletes are the easiest to trap. Like she got some type of fucking book on it. Who's the next easiest? Like, she can give you a list of top 10 easiest people to trap. How would you know that? She bragged about writing a book detailing all her sexual relationships with famous men. Famous men. She wants you to know who all she fucked that was famous, right? Then she went viral for saying that she's doing God's work by exposing the weaknesses in men. She made a spectacle of her sexuality, commodifying it. She literally was talking like her body is a commodity. Now, meanwhile, Gates is criticizing Savannah James. Now, get this. Savannah ain't never publicly came out here and said who she slept with. She's never, ever embarrassed her man by acting like she trapped him, okay? She's always consistently held her composure. She's never been in scandals. Not once have you heard her being caught cheating or anything like that. She's raised their children while LeBron off playing in the NBA, being able to be a star. She's at home raising those children. And obviously, she bringing in peace. Because you guys saw what been happening with Dwight when he out playing ball. He can't even get no fucking peace. So she's doing all of that, right? She's supporting her husband through every level of success. It's his high school sweetheart, and still she ain't put him out there like Travis Hunter's girl. They couldn't even get out of fucking college before she embarrassed him. And now he wouldn't trade places with a billionaire because he questioning his wife's gaze that she's not looking as sexual as that girl over there. I swear to God, if y'all young people listen to this shit, y'all not gonna have a happy relationship at all. Y'all gonna be in y'all wife face when shit is real going on, when she's trying to celebrate you for your utility, your work ethic, and you sticking to your goals, and you're gonna be asking why ain't she looking at you like she wanna fuck you? Cause you listening to this dude. He's a clown, and y'all don't understand this because y'all see him with money and women around him. So to y'all, which means y'all cornballs too, because just because y'all see a man with some money and women around him, y'all think this man got it going on. Like you don't. He don't. You gotta listen to him. Ain't shit this man saying of value. Chatty, you a woman, you up here. How you seeing this so far?
I think, first of all, hey to the Ross family and peace chat.
Peace,
and hey,
peace.
Kev, good to see you, bro.
Yes,
See,
man, you too. I'm so sorry.
right, and I'm gonna try to be nice because this young man, I'm gonna say that, is so misguided, and it's like I feel like a healthy relationship is viewed now in our society with people like him as abnormal, because for the life of me, I don't understand how Savannah can be under the microscope for not being a woman that you would want yourself, your son, your brother to be with. She's not problematic. She's in the home raising the children. You don't hear anything of their private affairs going public. What is the problem with that to where you think that's abnormal? Like that's weird to me. You know, it's really, really weird. And with Brittany, I try not to. I'm gonna be nice because if a woman chooses to be promiscuous, that's her right, her body. However, this is not the woman that any man, in my opinion, should aspire to want to be with. And
Yeah,
criticize
who would
Savannah.
trade places with him? What are
That's
we talking about?
that's
He would be a
weird.
laughing stock.
That's really fucking weird to me. And I'm thinking, is this you know how I'm thinking it's so surreal to me where I'm saying, is he serious? I'm still struggling with that because that's why I didn't comment because I'm saying, is he trying to punk us all? Is this, because it's that far fetched where I'm saying this brother can't be serious right now.
I believe him. Listen, I hear Kevin Gates. He come across my feed all the time, and all he thinks about is sex, Chatty. So I can believe that that's how he thinks a woman should always value him is just sex. That's all he think about. I remember the other day, just before this, it was a video sitting there. He was just sitting here saying, like, I wish I could stick dick all down in a girl's mouth, and while she eating dick, I just and it's just make you want to damn turn it. Like, nigga, damn. And it's like one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I think he thinks that sound cool. And I get it. When he talk like that, he probably get women in his inbox. But this is not women of value. A woman can do this. A woman can say, man, I love when a dude beat it up and eat it up and spit on it. And she can say all this vulgar shit. And her inbox is going to be flooded. That does not mean what she said was some righteous shit. And he keep on parading himself like a spiritual man. He's not. He's very lustful. This dude is in his flesh. And I'm not saying it to talk junk about him. I don't know what he's been through and what got him like that. But Kevin Gates is so damn sexualized. Half the time, I don't know if he gay or straight. I don't know what this nigga got going on. He's so freaky, yo. And this is what
I'm sorry, Edward. Go ahead.
This is what I'm saying. As a grown-ass man, though, who has to go out here and function in society, that's all you think about? That's all? You can go.
And that's why I'm in my mind, Kev. I'm like, he has to be trolling because if everything he has been saying for the past, let's be honest, Kevin Gates has been on this weird spiral for a minute. Like he's the one that got us talking about this whole spatting in the mouth thing. Like it's just some weird shit with this motherfucker to me. But I feel like if he's not trolling, he needs to be institutionalized because like that's how. To me, how far gone and how far fetched it sounds to whether either A, I feel like he's just trolling because you cannot be like this, or B, this brother needs help. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it because nothing about his behavior to me is normal. It doesn't seem normal. And it's so abnormal to me where I'm saying he has to be fucking with us all. He has to be, because this can't be real life. This cannot be the mentality. I'm still struggling, Kev, to believe that he's 100% for real.
Well, see,
This shit is
I don't
wild.
follow Kevin Gates. I don't listen to his music. I probably couldn't name you one Kevin Gates song, to be honest with you. I'm just not under, for whatever reason, his music never came across. I can't tell you. I hear people always say he make good music, but I can't think of a Kevin Gates song to say if it's good or bad. All I know is I see some of the sound bites that come from him, and all I've ever seen on him is that he always seemed like a real sexualized dude, somebody who I wouldn't let come to my cookout, or I wouldn't have my kids around. He just seemed weird to me, like super weird. You see what I'm saying? Like, he make me feel like I ain't fucking sexual enough or something. Like I should be out here trying to get more pussy or something. Like, this nigga's weird. Okay, so I'm telling you, this is how he values himself, and just the way he talk will make you think that's what life is about. And I grew up around young men who act like this, and none of them was getting pussy. Okay, but they talk like they are. And in their mind, they always act like you got to be getting the most of it. And young men like myself, we believe that that's what life is about, and it confused us. So we wasn't talking about building with women. So a lot of us was running through girls, good girls, because we were being told by these old heads that we should just be fucking them. So I'm telling you, it's a lot to this. And I want young men to understand this is not the type of person you want to listen to. It's not, y'all. So understand this. He's confusing the hunger of a stranger with the honor of a wife. This man been married to Savannah for so long. They got grown ass kids together. Kevin Gates wants his wife to be seen looking sexual at a game. Like, he wants the world to see his wife look like that. I don't want nobody seeing my wives look like that. That's between us. Now, Chatty, just picture this now. Your husband walk over to you, right? He in the playoffs. He's supposed to be focused on winning now. And he noticed that you're not looking at him like them white girls over there. And what he's telling you is you need to be dick thought about me. You need to be over here looking like you wanting to fuck me right here on the... Like, man, come on, yo. That's your conversation? And this is what I'm saying about a man who needs clinical help. Because his mind is so bombarded with this, he'll make it a real issue and think he got a right. Like how dare you be over here letting these white girls outdo you with how they look at me? Let me tell you something, yo. They should outdo her. They can't get nothing close to LeBron. And their low ass value is only caring about his fucking money. So of course they're gonna look at him like that. But a woman of value should not be looking at no man like that, to be frank. I wouldn't want a woman, if I walked in, if I'm single and I walked in and the women looking at me like that, them ain't who I want, because I already know what it is. I already know they want to get tossed up. I'm not making no woman like that my wife. That makes no damn sense to me. So again, we always tell men value a certain type of woman, because if you don't, you're going to end up in a world of trouble. So he would choose one of those white girls who dick thought about him, is what he's saying. To him, that's like, oh, how badly she wants you is what means that she's valuable. Bruh, when you got a woman who ain't putting you through it, she ain't looking at every other man all up in their faces, she with you, she raising you done gave her the world. If she wanted to, she could leave you by now, take half of it. She's not doing that. You're not being a spectacle or none of that. And you in her face talking about how she look at you while you playing ball, but only because of how some other girls over there looking at you. Yo, that's weird to me. And so, like I said, the woman at the club might address you with her eyes, but the woman at home, she covers you. She protects you. She ain't looking at you like that all the time. It's not about that. She's actually worried about you, concerned about your future. She ain't just going to always be dick thought, as he put it, dick thought about you. You see what I'm saying? This is a woman you building your legacy with. So her presence alone is testament enough that she sees value in LeBron, not for one night, but for a lifetime. And that's what these young men don't understand. They've been raised on strip club culture, Instagram thirst traps, where a woman's worth is measured by her damn waist to hip ratio and how many emojis she can drop under his damn selfie. They don't understand legacy. They don't understand a home. They want fireworks every night, forgetting that fire can also burn the fucking house down. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to show you guys an interview in a minute with Brittany Renner. She has several, but he's sitting here saying he wouldn't trade places with Savannah. Man, most men wouldn't trade places with you. The woman that you got right now literally said she slept with 3 dudes in the same night. She literally wrote a book on all the guys she been with. That's no class at all, bruh. Everybody know who fucked your girl. You would trade Savannah for that? My nigga. And you out here on a public forum knowing that's your girl, knowing publicly you just got exposed for lying to another chick just to get with this girl. You think because she put on a burqa, she better than LeBron's wife? This is what I mean. They think that damn garment can cover up a multitude of sin, but it don't. We still remember all that shit she did, and she ain't changed. This is crazy to me. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna hit play so you can hear some more of this bullshit real quick.
Like top 5, top 10, I'm one of them. And I'm in the playoffs. And you act like the warden of the jail. Like you came here to police me. Like you ain't, like, you not dicked out like these white women just dicked out about me in here. Like, so, like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, bro. Because when I've been around that dude just, his spirit so loving and giving, it hurt me. It hurt me to see that. Like, you done eject away from my partner.
Why would it hurt him to see that? It sounds like you too damn invested, bro. What do you mean it hurt you to see that? And you think because the man is humble around you, that what? My thing is, are you dick thought about him? What are we talking? I swear to God, I don't normally go there, Chatty. I don't play like that with nobody's sexuality. But that sounds fruity to me. You've been around him, he humble, he all of this. So your girl should be dick thought about you. That hurt my feelings.
Bro, see, I don't know. I look at it. It's so weird. I don't understand him in its entirety, but I can see where he was trying to go. So for me, that statement to me only says what he needs from his woman. He needs that reassurance. And I think the problem is society always tries to put everyone's relationship in the box. Married, children, girl and a boy, picture perfect. But everyone's relationship dynamic is not the same. So we don't know what LeBron and Savannah have going on. Maybe he does not want that. And that could have been a discussion that the two of them had. We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So I see it as he's just, if anything, he's trying to express what he needs, because some men and women need that reassurance. You need your mate to jump up and down for you, even if you've been together for years and you know they're not going anywhere. To me, it's just saying that's what he needs, and he's judging another relationship dynamic. That's what I get from that. You're judging based on your needs and not accepting the fact that everyone's relationship will not mirror yours, and we ourselves and our mates are the ones that get to make the blueprint of what our dynamic is. He's trying to shove his dynamic down Savannah and LeBron's. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
But and see, what I'm saying is, what if he gets what he wants, she won't be able to practice having any class. You understand? Because he wants her to be overly sexual when he walks out there on the to play ball, and so she can't be modest at all. And that this is a person who they have sex, they marry, yo. So you saying that she's supposed to get up here and act like that in front of everybody? Just imagine this: man takes his wife out. She's known, right? And she's walking across stage getting her award. I can't think of anybody right now, but what a female celebrity is known, and the husband maybe not. And what she's saying is, she pulls the husband to the side like, "Why ain't you pussy thought about me? What you mean, baby? I'm here supporting you. Why ain't you looking at me like you wanting to fuck me right now, like all them other dudes are? Baby, what? What are you talking about? You don't see how they look at it? I wish the fuck my girl would be telling me to look at them, and I gotta do what they're doing. That's childish as hell. So you notice how they was looking at you, and now I gotta copy them to do what? What are we talking about? And that's exactly what Chatty said. It's his own mind. He needs constant validation. And to me, that comes from us insecurity. And I hate that, because that's what a lot of times a woman do. You tell her how you feel, and she instantly call you insecure. But this is insecure. This is insecure. Because he actually is saying that he doesn't feel as secure with Savannah because she's not looking at him like in dick thought. So you would need the other girls to do this. And let's just deal with this statement. I'm in the playoffs. You act like you're the warden of a jail. Again, that's a heart insecurity right there. He's complaining about his wife's stability and discipline as if it's like next to incarceration or being a warden. In essence, he's saying, if you're not overly sexualizing me, it's like you oppressing me. Like it's like I've done something wrong. And that's what he's saying. If she ain't looking at him like something, it's like I done something like I ain't did enough. That ain't what they said. That she never said that. So he's in his own head beating himself up, and he would be starting unnecessary arguments with his wife. You see what I'm saying? So that's not love. It's a lust dependency. So it's needing a woman to constantly stroke your ego with sexual energy just to feel safe or wanted. That's really what that is. Now, if you think about this, Savannah is building quietly, loyally, strategically, but Kevin wants her to be foolish, clapping, moaning, melting in the stands like a fangirl. But that's not a queen. That's a court jester. So you're not dicked down like these white women just dicked out about me in here. That's the most telltale and troubling part. He's measuring love by how sexually aroused strangers appear, especially white women. It reeks of old plantation programming, where the approval of white women is seen as like status or elevation. That ain't love. To me, it's like you crave attention, and you try to make your wife be the conduit for it. Like you got to be able to match anybody's fucking energy. When again, we know men get used all the time. So I would tell if my girl pulled me to the side and said, "Why ain't you looking at me like you want to fuck me like these other men?" I would make sure my girl know that's all the men want to do. The fact that they're only looking at you like they want to fuck you should tell you something, baby. They're not looking at you like they actually want to get to know you and build with you and get to know your damn mind. All they're doing is licking their lips and looking at your ass and titties. And you want me to do the same damn things to sexualize you. I would say she is sexualized. My woman want me to be a damn hound dog in public. That's disappointing, guys. And if young men listen to this is what they think their woman's supposed to be. So who they gonna pursue? The one who dick thought about them, right? The one who is fanned out. As soon as they walk in the room, they can't even compose themselves. They just dick thought, as he said. That ain't no respect at all. You want your woman to be more valuable than those women because you know that there's women who will fuck you just because of your bread or because of what you look like. You want wifey to be somebody that got more value than that. So yeah, you want Savannah to come out there and be able to poise herself around you, not be all dick thought. That makes no sense. In my mind, I look at it like this. If all they can be is dick thought about you, that means they're not worthy of you. That means they're only thinking about one thing. Now, I can promise you this. A woman would get this. She would say, yo, that's all you care about. That's what she would instantly see this. But he for some reason don't get it. And he's basically suggesting to the world that LeBron, he's in a negative situation and wouldn't trade with him because of how his wife look at him. Now, again, men, you are supposed to have your own mission. Know what you're doing in life. Knowing what your purpose is. And when a woman sees that, she's turned on by it and she pursues you because she sees how you look while chasing your destiny. Okay? But if you're chasing your woman, that actually turns her off. Did you understand? Do you understand that? You turn her off. So you're going behind her saying, without me having the ability to create these emotions in you in a harmonic way, where you see me and you're actually turned on by me, and so this happens, I'm going to come to you and just ask that you make it look like that without me actually earning it. Like you need to be looking at me like, dude, just go be a beast and do your shit and turn her on. I challenge men this right here. Walk into a room and try to turn your girl on. Don't tell her you want to have sex. Don't tell her that. Walk in the room and try to find a way to get her to want you. Try it. Try it. And then go in the room and tell her what she was supposed to do as soon as you walked in. And tell me if that shit don't sound stupid. It makes no sense, man. It's like you're not leaving any room for the natural person to show through. You telling them how they gotta be. I can see how a woman would feel like abused by that. Like if I wouldn't even want to go with him no damn where, because I gotta sit out here and have heart eyes and be slobbering and drooling, competing with these damn fangirls just to make you happy. Nigga, play basketball, bro. What are you doing? And he could never be a LeBron James because she would have his fucking mind. He wouldn't even be able to focus on sports because he wondering why she don't want to look at him like she want to fuck him. This is insecurity, y'all. That's crazy talk. A husband's spirit is way more loving than that. We're not sitting here going to our wives like, yo, you don't see how these women looking at me, man? Why ain't you looking at me like them? They dick thought about me. Why ain't you dick thought about me? That's crazy, man. Let's continue.
No, man, don't do that, man. You dive on the floor behind that nigga, man. Dive on the floor behind him. But you know, like I know a lot of people gonna hate what I just said, but I'm gonna be honest. Like, if everybody like me, then I'm pussy. So we can do whatever you want to do about it. I'm gonna die about everything I say. So I love LeBron and I hate that for him, bro. I hate that he got to go through that.
You're just wrong. It's not a matter to where you have to fight over your opinion, Kevin. You're just wrong as fuck. You're just wrong as fuck, bro. Nothing that you saying right now is right. Like, does a man want to see the affection that his wife has for him? Absolutely. You want to know she's naturally attracted to you, but you're going the extra mile by demanding that she keep up with these fangirls just because you in public. That makes no sense, bro. I can see a man saying, "Hey, babe, while we're having sex, can you be more into it? Can you talk a little bit? Can you say some things that get me turned on? I need that. I like that in my life." Because you actually talking about having sex, and you got to talk about those things. But I wish I would tell my wife, yo, when we get out here in public, you can't let these other women be looking at me more attracted and more turned on to me than you are. You got to outdo them because, you know, I'm in the playoffs or whatever weird thing he's trying to say here. So in his world, he wants the women that he's with to be looking at him sexually. And I guess he wants other men to see that so we can think he the man. I mean, I don't know why the fuck he needs that. I don't know why I would need to look in the stands and see my woman looking dick thought about me because she competing with these other damn girls. I don't know what that would do for me. So I'm not really understanding where it's coming from, but it sounds like he wants the aesthetics of his relationship to look like his women just overly horny for him. Like that's what he wants. And I think he thinks that if you successful in life, if you own your shit, then that should be required. That should be a must. That she look like she dick thought about you. But I don't really understand the two, like how they go hand in hand. How come she can't look classy for you and be respectful for you and carry yourself like a woman who's not like those women? Like, be different from them. Chatty, let me know, love. What you thinking? Oh, Chatty gone. Chatty, where you run Chatty off? I'm looking at the different screen. Didn't even know Chatty was gone. I'm still looking at Instagram. Chatty, I'm gonna drop this link again for y'all. Know what happened. Hang on. And anybody who want to come up, I love y'all opinions on this because I want to see where y'all head is as far as the younger generation. I want to know how old y'all is, how y'all seeing this. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy to me. Anyway, dealing with his monologue. I love LeBron, and I hate that for him, bro. I hate that he got to go through that. It might sound heartfelt on the surface, but let's pull back the curtains of the contradiction, okay? Kevin Gates is projecting his own fractured understanding of intimacy onto a man who, by all appearances, has one of the most stable marriages in the public eye. Let's dissect it piece by piece, all right? You dive on the floor behind that nigga. Translation: LeBron has teammates who go to war for him, sacrifice for him, ride for him on the court. That's who dives on the floor. She is at the game being entertained just as everybody else is. She would cheer him on, root for him. Her diving on the floor is not going to help any damn body. You understand? And again, you might say, well, damn, you know, he wasn't literally meaning get in the game. Yo, I guess he mean dive on the floor mean what? Look like you want to fuck? Like, what are we talking about here? It's crazy to me. So he's wanting this extra over support that looks like diving on the floor behind him, right? Okay. Cool. That's honor and loyalty. Okay. But then he turns around and disrespects the loyalty of Savannah by then dive on the floor emotionally. But for 2 decades, she been raising his kids, holding his house together, protecting his image. But because she's not doing the splits in the bleachers like these fangirls, he don't have no loyalty. She don't have no loyalty towards it, right? That's not logic. That's just blindness. It's lustfulness. That's all it is. You're lustful. And then he says this: if everybody like me, then I'm a pussy. Really? That's the idea of I'm real because I offend people fallacy. I'm real because I be offending people. You see what I'm saying? That's this idea right there. I'm a real nigga because I'm offending somebody. But truth without wisdom is just noise. And honestly, without healing, it's just opened up hurt disguised as an opinion. You understand? I would not want my queen. Who said that? I never seen a queen act fanned out over a king. Exactly. She's supposed to be reserved and act like she been here before. Let them weak ass women do that shit. You sit up here and be my queen, be the mother and matriarch of my family, and act like you up here to support me and act like you actually love me. Like what? I don't want that surface level shit. You trying to compete with a fan girl? That would tell me my girl ain't even fucking secure in me. That she got to feel like she got to compete with them to keep my interest. Like, that's wild to me. Yo, peace, realize. What's up with you?
What's good? What's good? Can you hear me?
Man, I can hear you, King. I'm good. How you?
All right, for sure.
Yeah, what's your thoughts, brother?
Now I have to agree with you. I feel like that was just uncalled for. I think that he's projecting his own misunderstanding of what true affection is, and I feel like you've articulated what I thought in my regarding the situation. Like, I have to agree with you. I feel like dude is tripping. Like, that was not his call to critique LeBron, especially after what has been going through for the past year. I'm not really quite sure if y'all been keeping up, but I feel like his family has been attacked for like from the Drake accusation of him cheating, from the comment about him not being a proper father by the way in which he's guiding his son in the NBA. And I feel like the James family represent the nuclear black family. They're a symbol of a strong, stable, enduring family. So the critique is kind of like attacking the image that we have of our families. So I feel like that's uncalled for, and I do agree with you about that.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And how old are you? If you don't mind me asking. Real Eyes, can you hear me? Real Eyes, you muted yourself. I'm asking you, how old are you, brother? I don't know what happened. Real Eyes muted himself. I don't know if he hears me or not. If you can hear me, brother, I was asking, how old are you? All right, so here's what I'll say. I can't hear you, brother. Anytime your phone, your thing's working, you're welcome to speak so we can get that. But so I'm 42 years old. 42 years old. I'm thinking any man around my age, older, they're gonna understand exactly where I'm coming from. If you get where I'm coming from and you lot younger, I'm just gonna say you got some insight, you was raised right, or you got that wisdom beyond your years. But a lot of young people who truly don't understand relationships, they think this shit is cool, and it's not.
Exactly.
It's not, yo. Oh, okay, you there. How old do you realize?
I'm like 27.
Okay, wise brother. See, I'm 42, and so what I'm saying is a lot of younger men, they think what this man is saying is on point. But if you've been raised right, you wise beyond your years. Like I said, you're around 40 years old, you're gonna have a totally different opinion of this because you have an understanding of what a family should look like. If you truly understand what a family should look like, no way this shit right here makes any sense, right?
Exactly. No, for sure, I do agree with that.
Right, because a family is totally different from a hookup. Right. If I'm into you just for a night, yeah, I want you to be attracted to me. I want to see that. But you talking about a family? They've been together damn near 20-something years. Why are you trying to parallel or compare how a woman who could only dream of being with somebody like LeBron, and they actually probably only thinking about the utility of it all, where she can go because she fucked with him, who she can be around, how much money what she can get because of him. And if she's just thinking about the sexual encounter, it's still superficial. So to say a wife should be looking like that means he has no understanding of what a wife is. And when you look at the woman that he just chose, most men wouldn't choose Brittany Renner. Most men wouldn't choose a woman like that. And that's who he's choosing. But he's sitting here bad mouthing Savannah. That's what's crazy to me. If you want to put Savannah and Brittany Renner beside each other, dude, you criticizing Savannah and you choosing Brittany.
That's insane because
that's insane work, bro. Peace to you, D-Han.
That's
Welcome in, bro. Hey, I'm gonna drop the link for you.
for sure. One of my
That's
critiques is
insane
that
work, bro.
my critique is that if he had a personal issue with the way in which Savannah had shown either public affection for LeBron, much of which I believe is unearned because a display of desire does not necessarily mean that you are valued. So I do not think that just because a female shows a display of desire that she might desire you from, oh, does not mean that she actually values the person. And second is that if he had an issue with the way in which Savannah showcased affection or whatever to LeBron, and he says he has love for LeBron or whatever, he could have called LeBron privately and spoke about it. Why go online and speak about something which you're not even aware of? That's kind of weird to me.
And it's crazy because what, dude, I guarantee you ain't never sit around and said, I don't like how Savannah look at him. So I'm saying he was having a conversation with his homeboy about athletes. Why didn't you just get caught up in a who better, Jordan or LeBron debate like everybody else?
Exactly.
How the hell did the damn talking about athletes move to, I don't like how LeBron girl look at him? Like, I like how them white girls look at him though. Why would you like how women look at another man anyway, bruh? I've never noticed no shit like that. I don't even see shit like that. So you got to think about this, bro. A man talking is only explaining what's going on in his mind. I'm sure you heard the scripture, out of the abundance of the heart, the man speaketh, or the mouth speaketh.
Yeah,
so
sure,
you're only going to speak what you consumed with. So he said this thing, I hate LeBron going through this. LeBron ain't going through that. LeBron got a childhood sweetheart. You got a Pornhub girl who most celebrities done fucked on. She tricked the baby out of PJ. He got a childhood sweetheart that don't have kids with other men. Okay. $1 billion legacy he has. Okay. Dude, a name that's synonymous with excellence and a discipline to avoid every trap that Gates seemed to fall into. And you wouldn't trade with him because of how Savannah don't look at him like these hood rats at the damn, I mean, they're not even there to watch fucking basketball, bruh.
That's weird. Like
let's be real. Do you think those girls are there to watch basketball, keep track of stats?
Hell no.
So what is this nigga talking about? And here's what pisses me off more than anything. He's talking about a brown-skinned, melanated woman, right? And what he's talking about is how she's not overly sexualized. But then the woman he dated is not a brown-skinned, melanated woman. And he dating her, so I guess she who niggas should aspire to be with, right? Somebody who will fuck everybody literally in the book, write a book about it, and then throw a burqa on it. Now it's cool, right?
It's crazy.
That's crazy to me.
That's crazy.
D-Han, what's up with you, bro?
Good morning to you guys. How y'all doing? Salute to you, Kings.
Salute to you, brother, man. We up here talking about Kevin Gates. I don't know how long you've been in here on it, but I had Chatty up here. I lost her. I don't know what happened. I'm waiting for her to come back too. But okay. I don't know how much of this that you saw, or if you even saw this video at all. Where you at with it?
I haven't seen the initial video of Kevin Gates, but I've had seen other people. I know it's been viral. Some of the things that he said about LeBron. So of course I know some of the things he said, but I haven't seen the video.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna play this real quick for D-Ham. This is important. I want him to see this fresh. D-Ham, how old are you, brother? Before we hit play,
I'll just turn 50.
All right, okay, bet. And hang on one second, real quick. Peace to you, my beautiful sister. Real Spill with Dawn. Welcome, man. Love. All right, I love you, sis. I just want to get back to the show. But D-Ham, you said you're 50, right? I'm 42.
Yep.
You've been married how long, D-Ham?
5 years in my current marriage.
All right, cool. Now, Kevin Gates, he doesn't understand married life. You get it, right? I'm going to let you hear this video and listen to what this man is saying, okay?
Okay.
This is how the conversation came up. We were just looking at like couples and people in the league. And then we was talking about how LeBron do the handshake with Savannah. And then I was like, maybe I noticed shit that people don't notice. But I'm like, they was like talking about, what if you had LeBron money? I'm like, man, he one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Right.
But I wouldn't want to trade places with him. And they was like, why not? Why you wouldn't want to play? I say, because I don't like the way Savannah look at LeBron. I like the way them white women look at LeBron. Like when soon as he walk out there, they just be like, oh, they be dicked out. But it's like I noticed when he go do the handshake with the main player on his team, which is that, it's like, you act like I'm bothering you, bitch. Like,
Right.
I'm the greatest player in the world, one of them. Like top 5, top 10, I'm one of them. And I'm in the playoffs. And you act like the warden of the jail. Like you came here to police me. Like you ain't, like, you not dicked out like these white women just dicked out about me in here. Like, so, like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, bro. Because when I've been around that dude just, his spirit so loving and giving, it hurt me. It hurt me to see that. Like, you done eject away from my partner, man. Don't do that, man. You dive on the floor behind that nigga, man. Dive on the floor behind him. But, you know, like, I know a lot of people gonna hate what I just said, but I'm gonna be honest, like, if everybody like me, then I'm pussy. So we can do whatever you want to do about it. I'm gonna die about everything I say. So I love LeBron and I hate that for him, bro. I hate that he gotta go through that. As a man, I hate that he gotta go through that, bro. In the playoffs. In the fucking playoffs. Your main player act like it just, you have a look on your face like, I could be doing more. Like, what?
Now, where did that get said? Okay, it turns out to, okay, she don't be dick thought about me like these other white women in here. That gets turned into, you treat me like I'm a warden. Then it gets turned into, you act like I need to do more. She ain't say none of that shit. He's deducing all of this because she's not, as what he called, dick thought about her. Now, he could look at LeBron's life and be like, LeBron got it made. He got a beautiful relationship with a wife of many years, children he done raised. He got the epitome of what a modern marriage should look like while being successful. And then everywhere he go, he got other women looking at him like they want to be with him. This is the man. In his mind, he think LeBron should be comparing one side of the world that ain't got shit to do with him to inside of his house. So, okay, I'm a famous celebrity, basketball player, right? Because of that, people gonna look at me like they want to fuck me, even if I'm not LeBron. I ain't even got to be the best. But never mind that. I'm the best. And I'm the richest. So, of course, they're going to look at me like that. So what he's saying is LeBron's life should be messed up because it don't mirror how his wife looked at a ball game, though. And like I said to Chatty, D-Han, before you came up, we always say we want a woman in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. He wants a freak everywhere. He wants this woman to be overly sexualized everywhere, or he's gonna have a problem with it. And I lost D-Ham. Let me bring up your thoughts. Now I've dropped the link again for D-Ham. I don't know what's going on with this thing. When I bring people up, I'm just losing them today. What's going on? Your thoughts? Where you at, love? How you doing?
Hi, greetings, beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day.
Absolutely.
So,
Peace to you. Hopefully you are too.
Yes, thank you, sir. Yeah, I just, you came across my feed, and normally I don't even hop on panels and stuff, but this was very interesting topic, right?
Yes,
And I
ma'am.
think,
Thank you.
yes, very interesting. You hit it right on the head on the nail, right? Because first of all, something is really wrong with this young man because I can tell it, number one, by just looking at his eyes. I've heard of this gentleman's name before, but I really don't give too much to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into all of that stuff. But just with this conversation, I want to say, first of all, I'm 63 years old. I met my husband and we have been married ever since high school. I married him at 18 years old. Okay. So with that being said, we're still married, 43 years and still counting with two beautiful children. Listen, No one can tell a person or that's in a relationship, a loving relationship, how to communicate. What this man fails to understand is people that's been married for a long period of time, they can look at one another in a way and have a language without speaking. She could have been looking at LeBron and telling him something with her eyes. He understand her, but the public may not understand. He perceives it, this Kevin Gates perceives it as her being a warden, but they're taking care of business. They have built an empire together. So they understand each other. And if a man is going to look at you, or your husband or your significant other is going to look at you in a way that other people do, I mean, like the other women supposed to be, he was saying something about he wants the other women to look at him in an admiring way, and the wife don't look at him in that way. That's not what it's about. That's not even what it's about, right? This guy is really lost and troubled, right? And I believe what you're saying about him being over sexualized. Sex is not, life and marriage and relationships is not all about sex. It's bigger than that. So this is really a lost soul. That's what I want to say.
Absolutely, because we're talking about a marriage here, and you're talking about a several-year marriage. D-Ham said 5 years. I guarantee you, if D-Ham was up here, he'd tell you if he was going to a major event where he's being celebrated for his success, he would not want his wife there looking at him like that. He wants her to be there to support him as a wife, honor him for his success, and represent him as his family, not be there looking at him like she wants to screw him. Like, that's crazy to me. That he would be wanting her to do that. Like, he'd go to and make it a whole issue. Okay, there you go, D-Ham. I got you. Bring you back up. All right, so D-Ham, I was wanting you to respond to this video. Did you get to see it all? I got you back up, D-Ham, if you don't see it. D-Ham, if you're speaking, I can't hear you. Okay, I hear you now. I can hear you, brother. Can you speak? He went mute again. Okay, D-Ham, I can hear you a little bit in the back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. I can.
Okay, yeah. I guess my.
You went out again, brother. You're still not back. I'll say this while you getting that fixed or whatever. I want to speak to this right here because K9 Mustafa, I would actually like for you to come up because I can see where he's going with it, but I'm kind of holding that side of it because I want to deal with the problems in it first. So I get there's a side of this that I'm thinking that you're seeing, but if you'd like to come up and articulate it, you're definitely more than welcome. I'm going to bring up Kamisi Fox and Hilda. Kamisi Fox, you were here first. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I just want to add my 2 cents. I think his mentality is okay. I think his mentality is there's something we overlooking. Oh no, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I think his mentality. Oh no. Oh.
Kamisi, maybe you're listening to it on the back end. I'm waiting for you to talk.
I'm gonna drop down, fellas. You guys continue your conversation. I'll be listening in the background. Thanks, guys.
Okay, who was that? I'm sorry, I didn't get the. Was that your thoughts?
Your thoughts.
Thank you so much. Your thoughts. If you want to come back up, please drop a message to me. Okay.
Oh man, this thing is messing up.
Okay.
Hello,
Kamisi, I can still hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I was talking for a minute and you couldn't hear me. My 2 cents is that I think he just has hostility towards black women. Okay, because when he says all the white girls, you see, he's just giving white women a pass automatically.
Right.
So there's no way that a white woman, he's giving them full clearance. He likes the way all the white women looked at him. Do you see?
Right.
This is hostility towards black women. And if I was black women, I would stay away from this moist boy because I think he wants. Also, he's moist. He's mad at black women for having a vagina. I think he really wants to be with LeBron. He's trying to get Savannah out the way. They use white women to attack the self-esteem of black women. That's what the white woman thing is about. Oh, all the white women are cool.
Right, like he didn't notice not one single black girl in that big thought, right? It's just the white.
There you go. It's hostility towards black women. Black women stay away. And even if you listen, there was a black woman there with him. He was like, "Oh, you done already interrupted me." You see what I'm saying? I guarantee you, if you're a black woman around this guy, you got to be on pins and needles. This dude hates black women. Black women, beware of niggas like this. And I'm going to just leave it there.
Listen, I was thinking it could have been Brittany Renner in there, but you got a point. Whether or not it's a hostility, I'll mute you for a second. Whether or not it's a hostility towards black women, or if he's just overly attracted to white women, and that's what you're seeing. That's all he sees. The problem is, if I was a black woman, I stay away from it, because that probably will show up in that relationship. You see what I'm saying? Because the fact that he only noticed white women looking at him and didn't speak to any black women that may have been looking at him like that shows that that's either all you looking for is their validation, or you do have some type of disdain towards your own sisters. And I'm the last person to tell a man what his sexuality is. But let me
add this. Can I add this, Kevin?
Yeah.
The hostility he showed towards it's extra hostility he showed towards Savannah. Remember, he said she looked like Lamar Odom. Where did that come from? This is hostility, bruh. This is hostility towards black women for him to be trying to tear her self-esteem down like that. You can make your point without saying she looked like Lamar Odom. Where did that come from? He's trying to tear her self-esteem down. This dude has hate, man. Stay away from him, black woman.
That's a fact, though. And you heard him call a bitch a couple of times.
Yes.
So you sitting here saying in one breath you got all this respect and love for LeBron, and he's so humble in person, but then you calling his wife a bitch.
And you can best believe that black woman that was there with him that he was saying, "You already interrupted me." You best believe he calls her a bitch and everything else on the regular.
Well, you can see
the type of dude he is.
Women, you can see the energy he pulls with women. It's not conversational. It's more like dominating. He makes his voice heavier, and he presents himself like, "Hey, I'm the man, and you should have this subservient type of mentality." And it's not a conversation. That's just how he deals with women, period. He thinks that's where they should be. So you can tell. Like, it's crazy, man, but all these hot button words that women scream out at men, narcissist, misogynistic, these are actually things that you could say to Kevin Gates. Yo, he really does embody this shit. And what a lot of women be saying is, I like Kevin Gates. I like how he had this no care attitude. I'm like, you do realize that's narcissistic behavior, though, and misogynistic behavior. You can tell.
Yeah, they're training black women to accept that abusive behavior and to actually only like that abusive behavior. And that for me to say what I'm saying, I'm the other way around. I think the man should be serving the woman. All right. Let me point out a thing in nature. When women become pregnant, they can do less. So men have to have like this serving. We have to be in the mode of serving them, especially when they having our children. That's how nature leads. But this, right.
A man submits his leadership, his protection to a woman. He does not physically take it. He gets on his knees and he requests to be her leader, to be her husband. This is him submitting his strength to her. And a lot of people don't get that. But that's what you're doing. You're serving her, and she's serving you. You guys are serving each other. You're serving her by protecting and providing. She's serving you by supporting and nurturing. That's exactly what it is. But if you don't think that, you're going to it thinking that you're demanding it, and you think you can make somebody do something. And that's a broken relationship. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And also, I want you to take note of his supreme praise for LeBron. He has nothing but praise for him. Not saying that he shouldn't. He should respect him. You should dive on the floor behind him. Look, he's a basketball player. You reserve that type of respect for freedom fighters, people who put their life on the line for the people. not just somebody who plays ball real good. I'm not trying to downplay him either. I'm just saying, look at this overly, this praise he has for LeBron. All of this stuff is suspect, man.
I mean, now, listen, to put an athlete up here on a totem pole like the way he's doing, I agree. But I see that a little bit differently. I see it for his wife. And I think you'll agree with this too. He's just a basketball player to the modern man. That's how we should see him. Kevin Gates is over here overly praising him. To his wife, though, he's more than a basketball player. He's her provider. He's paving her legacy for her. So he represents more for her than he ever would for us. I don't even watch basketball, so I don't care nothing about LeBron in that way as far as his basketball talent. I don't watch it. So I can see exactly where you're coming from. He ain't doing me no favors. But to her, she absolutely should look at him like a king because he's being a king for her. It's her castle that she get to live in the castle, so to speak. But like you said,
I agree with you. But the point I'm making is he's looking at him that way.
No,
He's got that level of admiration for her that she should have. He sound like he got that for him.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. You're right. So Kevin Gates out here like, I'm the best basketball player in the world. Like, and what are you talking about, bruh? And you're paid like it, and you're paid like the best basketball player in the world. So what you're saying is your girl should now act like she a bottom bitch because you're the best basketball player in the world.
Right.
That
And
makes no sense, bro.
I hate that for you, LeBron, because I love you, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you what he's saying. He's saying what Evelyn Champagne King said in that song. Betcha she don't love you like you know I love you. That's what he's saying. And I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm telling y'all that's what he's saying.
Powerful input, bro. And I'm gonna bring in Hilda. Hilda, you've been very patient. Please, Hilda, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this subject.
First of all, I just want to say thank you.
You sound like you're distant, like you're way off in the back.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
You still sound distant. Can you come to the mic?
And now I can't hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me now. Excellent. Basically, I just want to say thank you for using your platform to bring this discussion to the table. Because, Kevin Gates is just a representative of many of the young brothers out there that think like that. I will tell you, as a 58-year-old woman, that disgusts me. And it also shows that there is a major unhealthiness that is being perpetrated and accepted in society today, especially amongst us as melanated people, using sex to weaponize us and weaponize us against one another, which keeps us in some ways divided. And as you said, or others have said on this platform today, that quality woman would not accept that type of behavior. And I got some kings on this platform, kings. So I got to, big ups. I just wanted to say you are appreciated, and keep the conversations like this going. That's what's going to affect the next generation. They need to know that, you know what, this ain't cool. Not everybody does think like that. And most women wouldn't even accept that type of behavior.
Absolutely.
So keep doing what you're doing, because this woman here in Nova Scotia, this melanated woman here in Nova Scotia, appreciates you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lil. That means a lot to me. And I'm definitely going to keep doing what I do because I can see how this type of rhetoric distorts the mind of our young men growing up. My mind was distorted early in life. I was taught that the more coochie I got, the more women I could sleep with, it was the more manly I was. And I believed that, and I tried to fulfill that. And there is a lot of women I did wrong in the process. And so I can understand how seeking the validation of another people older than you, whatever the thought in mind is for young men, how they should be moving, trying to fulfill that over your own individual legacy. There was many women I cared about who was good. And of course, I got married young, as you guys can see. But if Jamie had never came to me and said, listen, I'm pregnant, who knows how I'd have been acting? Because my mindset was on how many ever I could get. I thought like that at one point in my life because I was trained to think like that. I didn't come up with this shit on my own. I went through school liking one girl. I liked her, then I liked this different girl. I liked this different girl. I liked one girl. It was my older cousins and shit like that, older men in society that put this thought in my mind that I wasn't shit if I wasn't sleeping with a lot of women. And so they'll mess your mind up. Then you see all these music videos and you start thinking that it got to be like that. And so your mind is so far from creating something that's of harmony, something that is like that could be something for your family and something to pass down. And before you know it, you done sold your birthright for these bogus ideas that you think appeal to you as a man or that other people might respect you. And the sad part about this is men do yearn for other men's respect, okay? Because this is something that society, I mean, it's in our nature to long for this because this is how we move forward. Other men approving of us, it sharpens us, it refines us. And so if you start thinking that, okay, oh, they celebrate me that I'm getting all these girls, but what they're celebrating is what they're actually reinforcing is negative behavior, one night stands, using women, not having any type of real mentality about this woman's life and future while you're dealing with her, no plan at all. And your only plan is to mislead her out of sex. So tell her what she wants to hear. And if she believes you, it's her fault. Like, right? So it's her fault for believing you. And now nobody owes her an explanation. And now we're going to criticize her body count as if these dudes actually said, look, I'm only for some fun. I don't want you like that. It ain't like that. You didn't tell her that. You made her feel like you actually cared about you. She believed you. And then it's her fault because she believed you. And I ain't saying women don't do dirty stuff, but I'm saying men get taught to live this type of lifestyle. And then whenever she got children outside of wedlock or she got a multiple body count, now she's the one that's wrong when we the ones out here lying too, contributing to the same thing. So are there loose women? Yeah. But are there men out here who will lie to a good woman just to use her? Yes. And so you can't keep rewarding this negative behavior. And so before I bring Mustafa up, because I think he wants to bring a different angle to this.
Yeah.
Before I bring him up, I want to say this. I can see the positivity. Not positivity. I don't think there's much in this video, but I can see where he's trying to go with it. I think he may not know how to articulate it, but perhaps he wants he longs for a visible fire between a husband and wife, one that can be seen like a spark. Basically, maybe she still gets butterflies, or she still is showing him that kind of energy in this way. That's maybe what he's saying, because but what it's coming out as, you need to be dick thought and like throw yourself on the floor. So it's coming out like you need to be overly damn satiated and act all and compete with these women so I can feel good about myself, or so these people in here can think that you want me in a certain way. That's how it comes off. But I think a man who really got this issue, he might can sit down with his wife and say, look, babe, like you be sitting back, maybe like you don't give me no type of energy or celebration. You look bored there. Maybe basketball ain't your thing, but I want you to cheer for me a little more. But I don't see how he can request that. She got a whole handshake she doing with him. But I'm gonna bring up Mustafa. I want to let him give some insight to how he's seeing this before I bring up the next one. Okay, he was trying to download his tech and stuff to get it right, so I want to go ahead and let him speak. Mustafa, welcome in, brother. And if you don't mind, I want to hear your age first, if you've been married and all that before you give your take on this, if you don't mind.
Oh, okay. Well, assalamu alaikum, family.
Alaikum salam, brother.
I recently turned 30 in February. I haven't been married. I've been Muslim since I was 8 years old, but I do entertain a lot of people of different cultures and backgrounds. One of the things that I can honestly say that I get confused about when it comes to Kevin Gates, as far as this situation, is how, on one hand, it's like you want to preach to be a good role model. You want to send a good message. You want to, I guess, instill like positivity in people. But then it's like when he's trying to, like, I guess, since that's his quote unquote woman, when he's trying to comfort her or make her feel, I guess, somewhat equal to people that she might feel less than to, I feel like that's when he kind of takes that hypocrisy approach where you doing things against what you say is the right thing to do. And then some of these things are outside of your moral code. So it's like, do you believe in this, or is this an entertainment feature? And that's where it's like, okay, I don't know if this man trying to publicize new music or something like that, because he recently got into it with the Aaron the Plumber dude. And it's like, he waited till he found out he was a Muslim before he showed that man respect. So that kind of raised a red flag for me, like, okay, what code do you live by? What code is you teaching your woman to live by? Cause this woman already, she known for jumping the fence, going where she want to go to the moment that she don't feel accepted. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I feel like Kevin Gates, his biggest approach since he been on the scene is teaching people that it's okay to feel, but it's like, okay, at some point you got to put your feelings to the side and use logic over everything, because your feelings is gonna cause your contradiction, which is gonna cause your downfall if you don't address it properly.
That's a fact. And that'll have you overly feminine, okay? Because
Mm.
what a man's supposed to do is be about his mission, and that in turn turns his girl on. That's her motivation and inspiration for chasing you. You don't go to a woman and say, you need to be dick thought about me. You don't force that, bro. You make it happen by you being a masculine man. Okay, think about this. We see all these different animals in nature go off to prove themselves before they even get in that woman's face, bro. Okay? These bees will go out there and stuff their hind legs with scents and stuff, and they'll use their wings to spread the scent so they can lure a woman to them. You got birds that go build their whole nest. You got peacocks that'll show their feathers and be willing to dance and fight. You got every other animal willing to fight to show how strong they are, to show their purpose, their utility, and their protection, their ability to do that. So the woman can naturally choose the man she want to be with, right?
Right.
What he's saying is, you supposed to do this for me, bruh. That's not how that happened.
Ooh.
And I could see if it was you're having a conversation about how y'all gonna interact sensually. You want her to, now you're in the bedroom. If the conversation is about the bedroom and you want her to show you more interest in this area, talk to you in a certain way, compliment you in a certain way, and that gets you going and turn you up. Okay, that's different. That's love language type shit, right? We're gonna talk about that. That we can talk about that. But if you say in a public place, yo, where I'm playing a game, I'm here doing my thing, you're supposed to be looking at these other women and acting according to how they act, because don't let them outdo you type of thing. Meanwhile, y'all got sons y'all done raised. She's not embarrassing you. To me, you asking this woman to do something that would lower your own. If she acted like that, that would lower LeBron's value. So what the world Kevin Gates would want, if he could create reality the way he wanted, his family wouldn't be looked at the way LeBron's would. They wouldn't be this prestigious type, respectable family.
Right.
They would look loose, man, because you want your girl to look like essentially a sex worker, somebody who only thinks about you for sex. And I get he wants to be appreciated. Kevin Gates in his mind, appreciation looks like sexual arousal, and that's not LeBron's mindset though. So in LeBron's mind, he might be turned off by his girl being all dick thought, as how Kevin Gates explains it. Now I don't know how you are, Mustafa, but you said you never been married before. Imagine this: you done put a long career in at whatever company you at. So they invite you, like, see, I used to go to these like millionaire sales dinners, right? If you sold $1 million worth of furniture, worth of products in a year, they would invite you to these like prestigious sales dinners, right? And I'd take my wife. You understand? And so I want her to support me. I don't want her to be looking like she want to fuck me there. That's crazy. So I'm asking you, as a man, you just got called out for an award, or you're playing in the playoffs on TV in front of everybody. How do you want your wife to look at you? What's on your mind? Because I doubt if you even thinking like Kevin Gates.
Can you hear me, Kevin?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is D-Ham.
Okay, Dan, what's up?
My bad, man. I'm having all kind of issues, but I'm stationary right now, so I'm gonna just give my little 2 cents in on it.
Okay, bro, let's go.
First of all, I'm gonna talk on it from the wife, Savannah. I'm just gonna give her some kudos. Now you got to think this woman is a very selfless woman. For her to have one of the greatest athletes in the world that she has to share her husband with. You know, she doesn't get to see him months on end throughout the year. In the little time that she may have to be in his company, they're showing up to public basketball games or supporting their children as they, pretty much go after their dreams. So for her to be in the public and be ridiculed based on her continence, based on her demeanor, is ignorance. Um, this woman every day when you're married, you don't have um days where you just googly eye over your man. But if you his backbone, if you is his his encouragement, if you is his strength and all of that, that speaks louder than how she may be feeling in a moment or a day, just knowing, hey, you don't know how tiring this woman is raising 3 kids of his. He's not around. She is shouldering all of the workload for him to be great and be at his best. She's been doing this for 22 years. 22 years of this man's career, a luxurious career. For this woman to be in the background, not being a woman that has brought negative attention, negative feedback, not looking to be on OnlyFans and taking selfies, similar what Steph Curry's girl was seeking more validation and wanting to be more recognized by having this self-conscious of having some type of self-esteem issues. This woman is not suffering from none of that. She's actually the epitome of a wife.
Now,
This is
D-Ham, real
what you
quick,
this is
you
what
mentioned
we
Steph Curry's
looking
wife,
for.
right?
And this is what all men is voided of, because you need a woman that's going to be your helpmeet and help you through your dreams and help you elevate the family to the highest level that you
Facts.
can be at your best.
Mm-hmm.
We need women like this. So for Kevin Gates to come out here talking reckless like he's talking, that lets you know how ignorant he is and how ignorant he sounds. And I'm telling you, LeBron shouldn't pay him no attention. I don't care. Everybody's coming at LeBron, or you ain't give him the same heat that you gave Stephen A. Smith. You daggone right. He shouldn't get his man no attention, nothing, because what he just said was complete ignorance. And for him to try to come after this woman's the fact that you want to make this a stereotype based on her being a black woman versus a white woman, that even makes it more ignorant for him to say these things. Like the one brother came on here and he called it out, said this man hates black women. This is a form of hatred. This is self-hatred. It ain't just that he hates black women, he hates himself. He hates the man that he is, because he don't know how to love on nobody. Matter of fact, he don't even know how to love himself.
He's telling the truth, and he mentioned Aisha Curry. Y'all remember she slid her ring off because she thought another dude was attractive.
Ooh.
Like he was like a model type dude. He walked out. She was in some type of podcast doing some type of talk, and the dude came out. She looked at him and thought he was attractive and slid her fucking ring off. I would have divorced her ass for that.
I was gonna ask about that too, because I know some of y'all might know how the marriage thing works. That's the question I had when it came to like Kevin Gates and LeBron situation. Because I know LeBron been married, if I believe, since he was like 18 or something like that.
Right.
And then Kevin Gates got married. I want to say similar, but a little bit behind. But the difference is like the dynamic in which that they met each other. You got one person that was on his purpose and kind of stayed in that lane. Then you got one person that hopped off, got on track, hopped off, got back on track. So it's like when it comes to taking advice, I would probably want to listen to the person that made the least mistakes, especially publicly, where it's like it's okay to like take pride and take ownership in your falls, and so people can see where you come from and how many times you had to overcome obstacles and stuff like that. It shows triumph. But it's a different story once you start making it like a boastful deal, as if what you've been doing has been like on the top level of positivity the entire time. Like, no, a lot of things that you got and how you got it was based off of your position and where you was at the time. For example, I don't think he would be talking to Brittany Renner if he didn't have the situation that he had with Drika. Let's be honest.
Well, Brittany Renner wouldn't even be interested in him if he didn't have something going on as far as being known and having bread, because we know the type of woman Brittany Renner is.
Yeah, and if she didn't get dumped by the NBA guy, she definitely would still be in his bed. Let's be honest.
Right, and so this is what I'm saying. Brittany Renner done been with several celebrities. She done wrote books about it. It's nothing to get with Brittany Renner. You just got to have some money, bro. So it's like you don't have nobody that could even represent you well. Like no man would respect her respecting you, because we value real shit. We're not gonna respect that relationship at all.
Can I ask y'all
and shit like that matters to men. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when I look at it, I'm like, he wants men to believe that our countenance should be lustful to be men, so to speak. And men like that think like that. If you ain't constantly thinking about sex, they treat you like they more manly than you because you ain't got pussy on your mind all the time. You see what I'm saying? Or you can't be moved by pussy all the time. If you a man after your mission, bro, and you treat women like people, they act like it's something wrong with you, like you gay or something. Like if you hear Kevin Gates, bro, anytime he'll upload a video just to talk about sex, or if he in the mood for it, he do it in the most derogatory, weirdest way.
Yeah.
So you can tell like this man prides on just sex. So again, you can tell the mentality of these men. LeBron is not an overly sexual man. Now, we've heard some things about him in the media that he cheats or whatever, he's been cheating or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I ain't in the man's business. So right. So I'm just saying this. If that was the case, okay, I bet it's with these women out there that's eye fucking them, so to speak, right? And men know if you successful, bro, you already know you can go anywhere and it's gonna be women that act like that. So you already know them not the wives. Them are not the women of value, bro. They're not. Even right now, you see Shannon Sharp going through it in the media for messing with an OF girl. These rich guys keep ending up in these positions, only prove they're cornballs. They are still paying for pussy. And I wish young men would understand this. That ain't baller. That shows your own mentality is weak. You still underdeveloped. Think about this, guys. If you when you're watching TV, they're gonna tell you that the guys that's throwing money at all the strippers, the guys who paying all these women at the bachelor parties, the ones who paying for all this sex, they the men. No, they're not. It's the men who got a woman that's willing to be with them that ain't got all of that. If you think about this, man, look at Game of Thrones. Look at all these different shows back in the day that shows you men walking in these brothels. They wake up with these women and, strong drink, and they got women all over them. It looked cool. But think about this. There was a guy who just got up and left there, sleeping with them same women. And all he had to have to be able to access those women is them same gold and silver shekels. What about that should be something that a man should aspire to have? What? She just got finished sleeping with the last man for that. So she's not interested in you. So when I look at the whole rhetoric is, men, go off and become something of yourself, and then you can have any woman you want. Well, that idea only fuels getting used, because if you tell them go get the money, and then you can have any woman, what do those any woman want? His money or him?
Exactly.
So you telling him go get the money so he can get the women, but if you get the money just to get the women only want him for the money, which creates the same fucking problem.
Say, big brother Wesley, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And this is because I want your personal opinion too, outside of me thinking what this man might be thinking for his. So
yes, sir.
When you're dealing with your wife, right? Not your girlfriend, not no girl you're talking to, but your wife.
Yeah.
No matter how new the marriage is or how old it is. When they have situations like what Brittany had on that live when she spoke to Kevin about this, when they have these insecure moments about self, how as a husband are y'all supposed to really address the angle that they may come? Because I honestly feel like she came at an angle that he could have really diverted to how it's supposed to be seen versus how she saw it in her head. Because women see things in a problematic manner when they loose moving like her.
Now I don't know exactly what you're talking about. You said there was an interview with Kevin Gates and Brittany?
No, like when he was on the live having that conversation.
Yeah.
When she was in the car, she was in the car beside him while he was talking about it or whatever. And that's what I was saying. Like, I wonder if when she posed that to him out of an insecure standpoint, if he maybe was trying to make her feel better by belittling the other people's situation that she was comparing herself to. Do you think that was the angle
no,
he probably was taking?
I didn't see that video, bro. But if that's what happened, that again, it shows his underdevelopment. It does. It shows that he's still trying to jump through hoops to satisfy her. And that could be exactly why you're getting this weak ass argument right here, because I mean, it's like he's praising the Jezebel, the woman who would just look at you lustfully without you doing anything to earn it. Just as soon as she sees, she already looking at you like she want to fuck you. That's not how a woman of class behaves, bro. So if you men went out there and try to choose a woman based on what Kevin Gates is saying, you're gonna end up getting used for everything you own. And the woman that's doing it don't care nothing about you. Yeah. Trust me, because that's how those type of women move.
Yeah, Brittany is definitely, she know how to put on a front, man. And on what he's speaking to, in my opinion, he's speaking to the fact that um it's almost like he's trying to train her psychologically
Mm,
how he wants her to um admire him when he walks in a room or if he's sitting in her presence. So he's literally trying to big her up while he puts Savannah down. But
mm,
Brittany is a master of deception. She's willing to put on the front for a while, long as she walks out with what she wants and what she's going to get. It's similar how she groomed PJ Washington. She groomed him from college. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing when she goes on these interviews. She knows what exactly how to say and try to downplay the type of woman she is. But she's proved that when she was in these cars and put way before the PJ Washington thing popped off, she proved that she knew exactly how to get the money out these players. She said it. She said they're very dumb. There was a lot of stuff that she said in her live, which means that this woman is very capable of being very deceptive and conniving. So what Kevin Gates is speaking on is a falsehood of a imagery that this woman is putting out and making it look like because a black woman doesn't do this for her man, then she ain't on her level. That's a damn lie and that's a shame.
And he's literally telling men what they should be expecting their wife to look like is these groupies, these groupie 304s who only want to fuck you. They looked at them. I wish, let's do this right here. Kevin Gates, do this, bro. I know your ass will listen. Do this right here. Next time you watch LeBron walk out, look at who them women looked at right before LeBron. Look at the dude before him and after him and watch them same motherfucking girls that you like how they look at LeBron. Look at every other nigga like that, bro.
mm,
Now, then at the same time, watch LeBron's wife and see if she looking at them other dudes like that. And then tell me which one you want. And I can guarantee you, Kevin weird ass would want the women who looked at him and them other niggas like that before he'll have Savannah who didn't look at any of them like that. That's what he would have. That's crazy to me, bro. I'm gonna show y'all. Listen to this video right here. This is who Kevin chose, but trying to give advice away from someone like Savannah. Just listen at this.
okay.
When I'm trying to think, I don't know if you said it on a radio show, TV show about your dating prowess. You with one man, two men, three men, four men over the course of a 24-hour, 48-hour span. Did you think about the ramifications of how people, men, women, everybody would look at you? Because, or does that not bother you? Or you learn to tune that out?
So you're referring to one incident, or I can actually recall it, pinpoint it perfect for you. There was a video that I did in my car where I was talking about how I had sex with, was it 3 men in a day?
Yes.
And then I ended up getting a yeast infection.
Yes.
I came out pretty unscathed for just a yeast infection,
right,
considering what I could have gotten.
Right.
It wasn't that, oh man, I hope people don't.
Kid out of it. I mean,
I was on birth control for 10 years before I had my son. I got off of it because there was a conversation with my child's father.
Okay.
So I
think you muted.
Kev, I think you muted.
Okay, guys, real quick. Has anybody seen Savannah's footage out here talking about how she slept with 3 men over the course of 24 hours and came out unscathed because all she had was a yeast infection? Have anybody seen Savannah's tape saying this?
Nah.
Okay, we don't see that, right?
And that's not unscathed.
Well, I wouldn't trade with Kevin Gates because of this shit right here. I wouldn't trade with this nigga because of this shit. This your girl. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue what she's saying right here.
Again, the whole trapping thing, can't trap the willing babe. And on top of that, I never wanted to have I looked at kids as
you
crotch
never wanted
goblins.
you never wanted a baby daddy.
She looked at kids as crotch goblins, y'all.
Be a mom. You didn't want to be a baby mama. You wanted to be a wife.
That's why I waited so long. I had my baby when I was 29. I thought I was doing it right. I thought that was my guy. And I never really liked kids. I always thought I referred to them as crotch goblins, to be honest. But as I got older, I wanted one.
But did you think?
So I think about the ramifications of telling people that I had sex with multiple men. Yes, I don't care. It's the truth. If you don't see me as a potential dating person, then great. One less heart to break. Leave me alone, and I'm going to continue to live.
So again, This woman does not feel any type of resentment for how she has lived her life and letting men just sleep with her. Okay, now she's saying, if you don't like me, that's just one heart, the break, that's one less heart. It's basically like, as long as I'm good, again, any person should think about this. Okay, maybe I shouldn't let myself be used by other men. Maybe I shouldn't be out here doing this. I should make different moves for myself and have self-love. Not I
Yeah.
regret living a life and presenting myself that way. It's more like I did myself a favor. It's one less heart to break. If y'all don't like it, get on. I don't feel bad for it. That's what you want your girl to be like. Now let's
Crazy.
just imagine this. You on a date, you talk to a girl about it. Okay, so look, a couple years back, you got a video where you was talking about sleeping with 3 guys in 24 hours. How do you feel about that now? And her idea is, if you don't like it, you ain't for me. Instead of, yeah, that was a time in my life where I honestly was devaluing with myself, putting myself in places and under people I should have never been around. And I regret ever saying that. I don't think like that anymore. I definitely value my body. I would never be with somebody just for frivolous acts anymore. That's the type I would value. That someone who says, hey, I regret how I put myself out there. But a person who act like her, they will never admit that they regret anything, bro, because in their mind, look tough about it, because showing that you actually are human and regret it is a sign of weakness. And so I'm not going to be accountable for shit. And to me, what looks like strength is showing that you are regretful for shit you've done in your past. That's not a weakness to me.
For sure. For
So
sure.
her attitude is, if she is accountable to it, she looks weak. So any dude who care about it, that's one less heart to break. Not I regret it because I'm missing out on a lot of good, valuable men because they care about that stuff and I'm misrepresenting myself. Now, that ain't what she's saying. What she's saying is rooted in inaccountability. Do you hear it?
Yeah, she an enemy of progress. You can't
Right. Now,
move
let's
forward
just
with
say
no woman
enemy
like
of progress. Now, let's say you guys, Real Eyes and K9, D Ham, if you guys are sitting here and y'all done ran through a whole bunch of women, right? Y'all done put it out there like talking down on women just like that. Now, let's say I ask you about it. Like, do you regret, all these one night stands and just, using women just for sexual acts? Are you gonna say, well, really, I didn't really have no damn nothing really never happened to me. All I got was a yeast infection. And if women don't like me for how I used to treat other women, hey, that's one less heart to break. What about that
Hell
says
no.
that you regret anything you did?
That's an ego. If I were to
Yeah.
respond like that, that's my ego talking right there. Cause I don't want to feel like I did something wrong. I don't want to feel
See,
like
I
I
don't
was the
want to
problem.
feel like I did something wrong. And that's why you're an enemy of progress, because you don't want to feel like you did something wrong, so you won't change.
Yeah,
Can
I
I
Meaning
say
agree.
something
you
real
will be a
quick?
problem. Say what?
I wanted to say something. I want to say that I don't think that we have to like necessarily like point out like LeBron or Kevin, because I can really comment on people getting misconstrued or um misguided by the whole topic. I feel like we ought to extract a teachable lesson by just like looking at the principle of the matter, and that is that we as men should not seek women who just desire us for our assets, but more so value us for our personhood. You understand? And I feel like people are getting misunderstood because they love Kevin's music, or they think that he's a good person because of his like, he's like words of upliftment through Islam or something like that. But it's not about Kevin or LeBron. It's about the principle of the matter. You understand? And I feel
Absolutely.
like, yeah, I feel like we're getting like away from the actual matter, because now we hear people taking offense because they might think that we're getting like we attacking Kevin or something like that, but it's not like that. It's just about the principle of the matter that we as men should not follow or like desire women who just desire us for our assets, like for our fame or for our money or for our status, but they should value us for our personhood. And one more last thing that I wanted to say about the whole situation is that Savannah and LeBron been married for like damn near a decade. You feel me? So of course, the way and manner in which she would like display affection will be different from people who just seen him a couple weeks ago or who just met him for the first time. You understand? So I feel like that has been misunderstood even in Kevin's own part, as the way in which he had observed those women like just showing lustful desire for LeBron, of course, because they haven't seen him. That could be the first time they've seen him in person. And like, of course, he has been with him for like 10 years. So like she's used to it, you know, like she already knows how it is, so she knows who he is as a person. So I feel like that is like that was like not accounted for in that particular observation of Kevin. So again, just to reiterate, and I'm gonna let us like go because I'm kind of busy. I'm gonna say that it's not about LeBron or Kevin, it's about the principle that matter. That's all.
You're absolutely right. And just like you said, brother, a lot of people I've seen comments saying you guys are just hating on an artist, Kevin Gates music, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is not about, and I think that's the problem when you can't hear facts because you like the person. So y'all just as fanned out as those white girls Kevin Gates is talking about, if you guys are overlooking what he said, which is actually negative reinforcement. It's a horrible idea put that could be put into the minds of young men and teach them to really want and value the wrong things from a relationship or marriage, guys. Marriage is so nuanced and complex. It's about getting into the future with your legacy. It's about representing each other. That's what his wife is there for him at that ball game doing, representing him. And if she came out there and did what Kevin Gates is expecting, this man would likely lose sponsorships, embarrass the children. I'm talking about for the foreseeable future because it never goes away. It'll be on the internet forever. Oh, yeah. I would not want my wife looking horny on camera, bro. My kids and everybody got to see that. That's private. I want my baby to keep that shit till we get home. Why would I want you to show that in front of everybody? Let them damn gutter rats do that. Because I'm here to play ball. And if I'm jogging out to play ball and they looking like they wanting to fuck, let them do that. I wouldn't say, hey, baby, why ain't you doing that too? That's crazy to me. And so, again, look at Kevin Hart's background. I look at Kevin Gates' background. He makes music. He's in hip hop. He makes sexual type music. So in his mind, that's all he's thinking about. LeBron ain't on that. These are two totally different men with two totally different ideals. And so Kevin Gates is explaining how he wants his world to look, but projecting that onto LeBron. LeBron's very successful, and you don't want to trade with him because he don't have a whoremongering wife who to me it just shows how broken his logic is. And again, it's not about being angry at either one of them. It's really about understanding that if you go about it the way Kevin Gates is going about it, and that's the type of women you're looking for, you're going to end up like PJ, or you're going to end up like Kevin Gates. I think this is a perfect example, so you can look at your life, and look at LeBron's life, and look at Kevin Gates' life. Okay, he's had a slew of women the last few years and months. Kevin Gates has recently ran through the internet for lying to some girl. He's chosen Brittany Renner over this girl that he was lying to. But LeBron here has had a stable relationship for multiple years. And you wouldn't want to trade places with LeBron. Like, it's just the whole statement is judgmental. And then the insults that he has for LeBron's wife, like the other brother called out. He called her Lamar Odom, which is a guy. Yeah, and then he calls her a bitch several times, which is disrespectful, bro. So to me, if I had respect for LeBron, I would say that message without ever insulting his damn wife, bro. Right. I would just say it like I want my wife to look at me more with more attraction than that. You see what I'm saying? I see how these other women look at him, and I want my woman to do the same thing. So that's the only thing I don't like. I wouldn't get out here talking about Lamar Odom and all that type of shit. So a lot of it's clickbait, and you're doing this to somebody you say you respect. But so again, you supposed to respect him and look at how you treat him. Like you sitting here talking about his wife. So again, to me, the whole thing is just crazy. And the only reason I'm addressing it is because I've seen a lot of young men talking like what Kevin Gates was saying was some type of primo gems that he was putting out there. And I'm like, no, that's not it, bro. That's not it, bro. A man building a family is not thinking that way. He would not be on his wife about, you need to be looking at me as horny as these other girls are. Honestly, a successful basketball player wouldn't even be doing that. You got a game to win. And if your mentality is focused on why your wife ain't looking at you like she want to fuck you like these other dudes are, and that's what you're thinking about, you're doing your whole team a disservice. Listen, man, I can see my wives get an award or be with them in public, and they can look good enough for me to do whatever to them. That's not going to be the look on my face, though. We're in public, bro.
Yeah, plus on top of that take away the whole security factor of the man. Because if I want my woman walking around looking all lustful and shit like that, I can't complain if a lot of crazy shit start to happen while I'm
exactly.
Out with my woman. I just put her in that predicament instead of telling. Like, it's like going to war. You ain't gonna go to war and tell your soldiers, leave your gun in there, take your vest off, go out there in your drawers.
Right.
It ain't gonna make no sense.
None, bro.
That pretty much what he telling her to do, pretty much. And I honestly feel like he playing on her predicament because, and this is just me playing devil's advocate for Brittany directly. Looking at her have her little career online and stuff for the past few years, one thing I can say about now is the only positive thing I kind of pointed out about her even coming around, bro, is the fact that this is the most I've ever seen her covered up for the most part, and she's been controlling her mouth a lot more. But I honestly feel like Kevin Gates is in the mindset of manipulating a woman in her vulnerable change. Because I see a lot of girls do this where they either went through a dirty girl past or a stripper girl past, whatever you want to call it, and they somewhat try to clean themselves up genuinely, but they come across somebody that's going to play on their situation because it works in their favor. And that's what I feel like Gates is in the process of. You put her through mental manipulation tactics to see if she's worthy enough to be your wife after you already done told the world you made her your wife. Why you know what I'm saying? Like some stuff just don't add up.
It does not add up, and you're absolutely right. So he has peers who are rich. He has peers who are great NBA players. Like Kevin Gates said, top 5, top 10 player in the NBA, probably of all time. Okay, so if you want her to carry herself in such a way that they don't think they could get her either. Because if they got LeBron money or they got LeBron status, that means that hell, LeBron ain't that lucky to have her either, because Kevin Gates is suggesting that she should be all over him because of his success, like success like what we see, basketball and best basketball player and shit like that. But there's other basketball players. So you would really want your wife, the woman who you call your matriarch, your queen, to be able to poise herself and not show anything like that to any man. And honestly, in the public, not even you. When we get behind closed doors, I know who my wife is. Like, I want to freak in the sheets, not in the streets, though. So I would have a long conversation with my wife. Like, look, I know you trying to make me feel like the man, but I don't need you to be doing that in public, baby. Because what dudes do is they look at you, look like that, and then they want you. Then they're going to be sitting here lusting over you. Let's keep it professional. We represent our children and our family first over everything. You see what I'm saying? This is an NBA game where kids at. Why I want my wife there looking dick thought?
Say that again.
This is an NBA game where children are entertained, man. Why would I want my wife there looking dick thought about me because some fans are? So that's what I mean by it's childish. It's a childish request, and it's rooted in insecurity and being overly sexualized. And I get it because that's his lane. He makes music. He makes sexual type music. His music video is gonna have nakedness in it and shit like that. So I can get that that's his thing, but he projecting that on an athlete whose lifestyle is not like that at all. So that one thing don't equal the other as far as value. That's what you want in your life. You want a woman that's extra freaky about you. You go for that, but don't try to suggest that for somebody else, bro. Everybody ain't you. Everybody don't even want that.
I honestly feel like it wouldn't even have been a big deal about him saying it if he kept it offline. Because those are like locker room talk. That's some stuff you deal with your woman when you trying to encourage. If you got to belittle somebody else in the process, all right, cool. That's your mechanism of how you keep your team motivated. But at the same time, you got to have, if you claim you respect somebody, there's certain lines you ain't crossing because you can't come back from that.
But look, you know how men think, right? If we're going to hit that camera and retell the story we had with our homeboy, we must think we dropping some gems. We must think we got some bars because he must have thought this shit was going to go over well and people was going to be feeling it. And that's why he would go to social media with this, like, okay, yeah, I got my soapbox right here. People gonna be feeling this. But again, like I said, as right as it sounds to him, his brain is rooted in lust. Kevin Gates is a very lustful dude. So he don't really understand that because it's him. None of us know we're crazy. That's why we need therapists to tell us about ourselves. But if he went and got therapy and he told the therapist his view of what a wife looked like, they would say, sir, you're overly sexualized. And what you asking for is not rooted in any type of logic or real principle that would actually lead to a future that you and your children can bank on. You talking about how something makes you feel in a moment at an award show or some type of event. That ain't got shit to do with shit.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people talking about how they think people taking sides with Kevin based off the music. No, that's what fans do, because I honestly feel like a lot of fans, they go to music to run from their problems instead of sitting there addressing it. Imagine sitting in the room quietly. Your brain gonna beat you up about the problem that's going on in your life. It's just these people running music. So when you run into somebody that's so used to helping you escape something that you don't want to deal with, you take the side behind them because they keep allowing you escape routes. You want to keep taking escape routes. And at this moment, it's like, this is just black folk holding black men accountable. At the end of the day, you a man calling out a man. You got folk talking about, oh, y'all gossiping. That's not gossiping. We're addressing the issue that's going to become a bigger problem amongst the younger generation that's going to follow it.
Right. And you can see how easily younger men take to this because they don't understand what marriage should look like. And so a lot of them will say, man, I don't even want marriage if it looked like what LeBron and Savannah got now, because it's not some overly sexualized thing. But don't get young flings and, you know, and marriage misinterpreted. These are two totally different things, man. So again, that's like a woman sitting here bragging about how much money her husband got. Again, you're supposed to value people for different things when it comes to marriage, not be so superficial. And I think that's what Kevin Gates wants. He wants the attention of people. He wants people to know he's successful, to know he got it like that, to know his woman want him. And so he wants everybody to make that happen for him as far as the appearance of it. But you're going too far when you say, I want my wife to be looking at me like those white girls do. That's going too far, bro. Because what he should value the peace that she bring him, the respect she bring him, because he ain't being talked about for getting cheated on. You see what I'm saying? Like, she's not out here making a fool of herself. And so that's what he should value. Dude, the girl he just chose got so much content out here. Okay, so it's like you can't really talk, bro. Chill on that.
Yeah, it's too much ammunition against you.
Right, because your woman, the type of woman we want to avoid. And look, here's the kicker, bro. You was right about she has chosen to make some changes, right? She covering up now. But let's be real. A woman like that, even once she's so known for being sexual like that, even if she clean her act up, most of the time the only dudes who still willing to deal with her are still like that too. So it's like you really can't get away from those guys. Even though you change, it's hard to get away from those type of guys.
That's true.
Because the ones who say, I don't care if you've been ran through, those men don't have value either, to be honest with you. So the men who be like, I don't care that she used to be a hoe, those men don't have much value either. So it's like, even though you changed, the dude you ended up with is Kevin Gates, my nigga. Like, let's be real.
Plus, if you compare the two, only one been in that position his entire life almost. And right. King James. You know what I'm saying? That's not Kevin Gates. Respect to him, but it's like you still in the process of working your way to be even a quarter to where he at. This man is an icon in the NBA. Sir, you ain't submitted in the rap game that strong. Your face ain't on the Hollywood walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot more work to put in before you to start comparing yourself. That's like Ray Allen Allen Iverson coming in his first year and comparing himself to Michael Jordan right away, and didn't show no progression up to work ethic, wins, championship rings, nothing. You just self-proclaiming to be better than something, and ain't nobody sitting here and asking you to present proof of it. Because that's one thing I can say that Kevin Gates get away with a lot. He said a lot of like intellectual things that people don't ever challenge. And when the ones that do challenge are the ones that's less, I say, they didn't do their due diligence as far as studies. They usually just talk off the key points.
Right.
And that's where I feel like he getting his entertainment from, because now that thing with Brittany I can't
Brittany Renner, you right?
Renner. But yeah, it make me think like, okay, maybe you said this because you knew it was gonna ruffle feathers and make your name get put here. Because you LLC'd the name Kevin Gates. He been saying this when he first came out. So that let me know, just like how Tekashi 6ix9ine should do. I'm gonna troll you, say bizarre stuff. So now you put my name in this tabloid, this clickbait, like you said before, clickbait. Now I'm getting paid off people to put my name on stuff. And I ain't gotta release no music right now, because ain't nobody buying my shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Some of this stuff is starting to add up to look like PR stuff. Yeah. And that's why I don't want to flaunt it too much. I'm like, you're looking at two separate groups. One that has been prestige in the eyes of people, and one that has just popped out with money in their damn hand. And these people on the right side are sexual as fuck. So it makes sense that he'll sexualize everything. The woman he got is a freaking corn star.
Exactly. And this is what I say, guys, on a very basic level. Men, they keep telling you to chase your mission. Okay. You're not chasing your mission if you worried about how another man's wife looking at him and how you wouldn't trade places with him because of how his wife look at him. If you was actually worried about your mission, you would say, hell yeah, I trade places with LeBron. He's successful as hell. He's managed to be one of the most successful basketball players in the world. He's mega rich. He has a great family. I wouldn't even introduce how his wife look at him, because I wouldn't care, because we're talking about a man on his mission. You looking at a man who's accomplished and disciplined. You shouldn't even consider that. And so that shows you not where your head's you're not in the right headspace. You understand? And so I just want young men to see this and see it for what it is. This is a young boyish child who fantasizes about if he were a famous basketball player, what his life would look like. Because in all actuality, if you could switch places right now and give Kevin Gates LeBron James' position, Kevin Gates would blow it. He'd throw it all away because he would be seen arguing, or he would have a whole argument for his wife about how she not looking at him. And if this got out, people would know how he thought. If we heard LeBron, you heard the conversation with Kevin Gates the other day, where he done lied to the girl. He told him to don't piss him off, don't make him mad and shit like that. Let's just imagine LeBron out here done put Savannah through it as far as that conversation, and she recorded the shit. And so now we hear LeBron saying, yo, you ain't dicked out about me like that. I need you to be looking at me like them white girls look at me when I go out there. He would have thrown his whole damn legacy away by saying that. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So Kevin Gates gets up here publicly and says it, which shows you you're not in the same place, because Kevin Gates ain't gonna lose nothing for talking like this. If LeBron James let this come out of his mouth, yo, he would lose a lot, because he is somebody you can look up to, because he has done the work. Kevin Gates, somebody who you can expect this type of bullshit from. If you scroll down his Instagram page, you will see just a day ago, the man was talking about how he wish he could shove dick all down in somebody's mouth, and while she eating dick, she'd be wet or some shit. It was just a weird ass thing to just upload to social media. Yeah. So his mindset is he's just a sexualized dude. He just sitting around, man. And I've been there. I've been with my homeboys. You riding down the road, and all of a sudden, one of your homeboys come out and be like, damn, I want some new. I've been there. Yeah. We talking about somebody saying, I'm going to upload to social media about how I want to be sticking my dick down somebody's throat and say it in the most vulgar way.
Yeah,
nigga.
You posted that in a DM to the girl directly if you're going to talk like that. I ain't no
right.
Put it open. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they both whores. Key got jokes. Just said it. They're both whores. They are, bro. And he on here calling Savannah ugly. So every celebrity that slept with your girl.
Ooh, that's bad. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be embarrassed.
If you calling somebody ugly, talking about she look like Lamar Odom, dude, what is you talking about?
I'm not gonna lie. That right there made me think, like, okay, you trying too hard to make your woman laugh, because that wasn't even no joke that fit. It's different if like for example, when Chris Rock did the little joke on what's the Will Smith wife, right? I ain't gonna lie, it was funny. You can't. It was hard not to try and, you know what I'm saying, under your breath. But it's like when you making jokes that you know don't even add up to make sense, it just looked like hate, and that's why I'm like, all that talk about, oh, I know disrespect. Nah, it's total disrespect, bro. I'm not gonna, because what happened to the days where when somebody seen somebody else's woman doing something out of bounds, out of line, you don't even approach her, you address him. Hey, bro, what's up with your woman, bro? What's up with y'all? Ooh, yo, lady. You don't never take it upon yourself to just make your own correction on people's lives and wives, because that ain't yours.
And listen, guys.
Territory come in.
Right. Listen, guys, I got an appointment to go to for some meat. Lacey just reminded me. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm going to end this live right now, but I am going to go live again on this topic tonight. So it'll be around 6 o'clock if y'all going to be available. So just look for the live promoting this, man. Make sure y'all come back, because we're going to actually deal with this even more. I like to keep going now, but I can't.
I'm going to check in with y'all and say no more. I appreciate
it. All right, it's a bet. Peace, y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for coming in.
Love.